as a Black woman pursuing a career in country music, it hasn't necessarily been the easiest. Hey, I'm Mickey Guyton, and this is the hit story of my song, Black Like Me. I have had a really difficult time releasing music. My music often was overly scrutinized, and because of that, I have had a really difficult time trying to navigate that and still be an artist in this genre. And so my song Black Like Me described a lot of how I felt. This song has a lot of meaning, more than just my story in country music, but my story as a child. Having to go to a private school when the public school I was supposed to go to did not want Black kids there. The reason I wrote this song was because there's so many different experiences that I've had that the average person has not had. And if they were my skin color, they probably would have a similar experience. And that's where this song came from. I wrote it out of frustration, out of my own career. I wrote it out of frustration of seeing Black men being murdered unjustly. About 2.5, 3 years ago, I had a really deep conversation with my husband, and I asked him why country music wasn't working for me. And he says to me that country music wasn't working for me because I was running away from everything that makes me different. It was like a gut punch, because I was like, wow, I really have been trying to write somebody else's story and live somebody else's truth. Back in college, I read this book called Black Like Me by a white man named John Howard Griffin, who through radiation darkened his skin to see what it was like to be a Black man in America. And that book always stuck with me. And I had a writer's retreat thrown by Warner Chappell. I was in a writing room and I just brought it up and I threw out the title thinking that people were like, oh, well, that's not going to be very commercial. Let's not write that song. Instead, everybody leaned into that song. It was like they wanted to write a song like this. When we first started writing the song, it was very much so my own experience. But as we went on, and in the bridge is where we shifted our thinking and realizing like it's not just my experience that I have gone through. It is so many other Black people, people of color that have felt exactly how I'm feeling. So we needed to make sure that we included them in the song. And that was like the start of like, oh my God, like that's the core of the song. And if you think we live in the land of the free, you should try to be Black like me. I will never forget Nathan Chapman turned around and said, I think we wrote one of the biggest songs of your career. I felt liberated in a sense that I'd gotten something off my chest, but I knew, I never thought this song would see the light of day. I sent this song to so many people a year before Blackout Tuesday. And the common reaction was, wow, this is heavy. Let me get back to you. And some people would get back to me in a couple of days. Some people wouldn't get back to me at all. And then I saw the death of George Floyd. And I remember my mom called me and she was like, we need a message of hope right now. We're in such a horrible place. And I'm like, Mom, I have the song. I sent you guys this song like over a year ago. What are you talking about? And then my husband was like, well, why don't you just put it on your social media? It's just a message of encouragement for people. So I did. I didn't ask my label for permission to release it or put it out there. I just did. And Spotify heard it and they asked for it. And now here we are. Performing Black Like Me live is actually really difficult. I get scared to sing it, to be honest, because I don't want to disappoint people with my performance because it is so important. This is a song of true triumph. The last words of the songs are, someday we'll all be free, and I'm proud to be Black like me. It really goes to show that when you hit your rock bottom, that you can have your biggest breakthrough. And that song was a rock bottom for me. And it had a breakthrough that I would have never imagined could happen, and it happened. I was just writing the song to heal my own pain, and it turned out to heal a lot of people's pain.